anyone with a boat, we're strongly recommending that they actually take them to safe harbour or to take them out of the water at this time. It's really, really important with the seas that will get heavier later on this afternoon and stronger winds. It's important that they are out of the water and secured. I think this afternoon we are going to be seeing things pick up. So this evening and tomorrow, of course, there will be a lot more rain on the roads. You know, we've had a lot of rain over the last few days anyway, so the roads are a bit saturated. So we're strongly recommending people to actually stay off the roads this evening and tomorrow, if at all possible. Again, given the actual forecast has moved slightly towards Grand Cayman now, it's really important that, again, we acknowledge the fact there will be debris on the roads. So you may not be able to see the debris, obviously, because of the flooding water. So it's really important, again, that people stay off the roads if at all possible, acknowledging that trees can come down, coconuts. If you are walking outside, make sure that you're covering yourself, because again, flying debris is a real hazard when it comes to wind speeds and tropical storms and hurricanes. I think if a power line comes down and you're in your car, you stay in your car. You don't venture out, obviously, if they're still live. The first thing you do is call 911 and make sure that actually that's reported to CUC. We really appreciate the seas with a tropical storm or a hurricane are spectacular to look at, but of course they are a massive hazard, so we're asking people to stay well away from the seas and make sure they don't put themselves or any first responder that might have to save them at risk at all. We always say at this time of year, well, throughout the whole of the hurricane season, that people need to be ready for any eventuality. This isn't just a hurricane or a tropical storm, it's really for any hazard. So having those supplies at home, you don't need to rush out today to the supermarket or rush out to the gas station necessarily. It potentially could be a dry run. We still have 6 weeks left of the hurricane season. And again, those boundaries have somewhat shifted over the last few years as to, you know, storms being seen outside the season itself. So we just make sure people are prepared, they know where they're going to shelter. Obviously, we do have the Red Cross shelter ready to activate at any time today or this evening. And we will be looking at other shelters potentially bringing on board in case flooding is an issue. But again, the Red Cross shelter will be the primary shelter. Please make sure if you do go to that Red Cross shelter, or indeed any shelter that's up, during the next 24 hours, to make sure you have a mask and sanitation with you. So you're practicing, you know, those social distancing requirements. We will have a team in place. They have been briefed at the shelters themselves, and we will have extra PPE if you don't have it, but we are asking the public to try and bring those kind of supplies with them. It's really, really important, again, to keep very close to your radio, keep tuned in with hazard management, www.caymanprepared.ky, and also the Cayman Islands National Weather Service. It's critical that you are on top of this. All the members of the public understand any very quick increase of speeds and so forth. Some of these hurricanes or tropical storms do have a tendency to rapidly intensify at this time of year. So please, please take note of local verified sources, reliable sources, and don't be sharing anything on social media that isn't 100% accurate.